Hello, Grenada, Carriacou, Petit Martinique, and of course, those of you in the diaspora. We are back at the NNP headquarters as our evolution continues. Last week, we introduced to you the first 9. Today, we present another 5 leaders ready to bridge the gap between our heritage and our future. These are individuals who don't just talk about change. They have lived it in the halls of justice, the boardrooms of finance, and the heart of our cultural celebrations. Before I introduce them to you, we obviously have to offer prayers to the Almighty. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this moment and for the people gathered here in love for country. As we unveil these candidates, we ask for your wisdom, courage, and humility to rest upon each one. Purify our intentions, strengthen our character, and guide our words and actions so they serve the people, not self. Bless the new national party with unity, discipline, and clarity of purpose. Keep us respectful in debate, steady under pressure, and compassionate to every family across Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. Protect our communities, bless our elders and youth, and grant peace and progress to our nation. Amen. Our first candidate today is a man whose journey began in the heart of Guelph, in St. John. From starting a youth organization in his hometown to becoming a telecommunications powerhouse, he is a true son of the soil with a global perspective. He founded Grenada Cablevision and WeFM, bringing his expertise all the way from Calgary in Canada back home to serve. A veteran of the NNP team, former member of Parliament for St. John, and a former minister of the government. Please welcome Alvin Dabrio.
My name is Alvin Dabrio, as Ms. Welch just said. I was born and raised in the heart of Guelph, also known as the Lance. I'm a proud son of St. John, rooted in the same values of hard work and community that define our parish. From my early school years at St. John's RC and Presentation College, to after graduation, I owned and operated a photo studio in Guelph, and that was due to my desire to serve and uplift our people. I began my journey of service by starting the Joint Organization for Youth in St. John, also known as Joy Club, because I have always believed that our future depends on the opportunities we create for the next generation. My path eventually took me to Canada for further studies, where I sharpened my expertise in technology and business. After successfully owning and operating Comtech Communications in Calgary, Canada, I returned to Grenada, my home, with a vision to modernize our nation's connection to the world. I'm proud to have started Grenada Cablevision and WeFM Radio, ensuring that our voices are heard and our stories are told. I continue to stand with the new National Party because I believe in stability without stagnation. Having served as a member of Parliament for St. John and held various ministerial portfolios, I understand exactly what it takes to manage complex national solutions while keeping the needs of the local fisherman, farmer, and business owner at the forefront. As your candidate for St. John, I'm asking us to continue our work together. Let us build a future for St. John that is bold and resilient as the people that live here. Thank you.
We move now to St. Andrew Southwest to meet a powerhouse of youth leadership. She is the first youth MP for St. Andrew Southeast, securing a historic 92% of the vote, and currently serves as the NNP National Youth Arm President. An entrepreneur and novelist who balances business with deep community heart. Please welcome Amanda Japal George.
From my early days in the Girl Guides to being your voice in Parliament, my life has been defined by the motto, enter to learn, go forth to serve. I've seen the struggles of our families across St. Andrews, and that is why my work, whether through business or the Better Future Together initiative, has always been about people and creating real opportunities where they are needed most. I stand firmly with the new National Party because this is the only party with the historical depth and the proven vision to take Grenada to the next level while maintaining national stability. The NNP has a legacy of building the schools, the infrastructure, and the social safety nets that we rely on today. Under our current leadership, we are not just honoring that history. We are building upon it to ensure that every young Grenadian has a seat at the table and a future that we can believe in. In St. Andrews Southwest, my mission is to bridge the gap between our rich agricultural heritage and the new opportunities in business and education. Having lived and worked among you, I understand what our constituency needs. By standing with the NNP, I am fighting for a future where the resources of the Spice Parish are harnessed to empower every household, ensuring that our community remains a vibrant hub of national development and youth-led innovation. Thank you.
From the legal frontline, we welcome a Renaissance man who has served as Solicitor General of Grenada and Attorney General in Anguilla. A seasoned attorney with over 20 years of experience in governance and a passionate advocate on the opposition benches. Please welcome the candidate for St. George Southeast, Senator Dwight Hosford.
I am a son of a taxi driver and a career civil servant. Raised with the values of humility, discipline, commitment, and a deep and abiding love for this country. This little island, this tri-island state of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique, which we call home. My career has taken me across the Caribbean, serving as Solicitor General here in Grenada, and later as Attorney General in Anguilla. But my heart has always remained focused on how I can serve, how I can better serve the common man and protect the integrity of this nation. Today I stand with the New National Party, because throughout our history, the party has been the steady hand that guides Grenada through turbulent waters with wisdom and experience. We are not a party of empty promises. We don't abandon people. We are a party of seasoned leadership and documented achievement. And I am honored to continue to contribute my expertise, my time, and my life to the service of this country with a team that respects our past while passionately fighting to secure a just and prosperous and stable future for all Grenadians. Representing the diverse and growing communities of the constituency of St. George Southeast, I am focused on balanced development that addresses our expansion and the needs of our residential communities. St. George Southeast is no ordinary constituency. It has been at the forefront of historic national change and development. This constituency is a gateway to our capital city, St. George's. And it requires leadership. A leadership that can navigate complex issues of housing, environmental resilience, and public service efficiency. I am proud and humbled to offer myself to the good people of St. George Southeast, where I have deep and extended family relations. But this is not about self. This is a call to service. This is about people. This is about our country. My commitment is to advocate for transparent governance and sustainable projects to improve the daily quality of life of every resident. And from the historic heart of our parish to the newest developments. My friends, with great humility, I humbly offer myself to serve the people of St. George Southeast. Let's carry Grenada forward together. Thank you.
We turn now to a leader who believes that compassion must be our compass. A proud daughter of St. Mark, she's a medical doctor and public health expert who stood on the front lines as a technical lead during our national COVID-19 response. From the wards of the General Hospital to her current role as Assistant Dean at SGU, she has dedicated her life to healing and educating our people. A senator who stands at the nexus of medicine and policy, please welcome to the candidate for St. Mark, Dr. Mayana Charles.
Today, I stand before you with a heart full of humility and a deep gratitude for the opportunity to represent you, my brothers and sisters of St. Mark's. This moment is not about me. It is about the practical solutions we can measure in our homes and communities years from today and be proud of. From this podium, I firmly convey that this is not about holding a title or occupying a seat. That era is over. The people need more. Today, And going forward, I bring my professional expertise as a medical doctor and educator, love for Grenada, and the energy and ideas of this generation to serve that very purpose. I must say, I am very proud to stand with the new National Party, an organization that shares my commitment to both stability and care. And as your candidate for St. Mark, my mission is to bring a spirit of service above anything else to governance and use my experience in medicine and public service to ensure that every resident in our parish has a future that they can believe in. And I say this to you, I will listen, I will show up, and I will speak up, especially for those who feel unheard. I will advocate for better access to healthcare, better infrastructure, stronger support for our families, and real opportunities for our young people to navigate a better future. So let us move forward with shared purpose and unity. And I eagerly await positive engagement from every Grenadian patriot wherever you are. God bless you all.
Our next candidate is a man who believes life is about people, a top cultural practitioner and a master financial advisor with 35 years of experience in the insurance sector. He brings a legacy of service as a son of the legendary Winston White. For St. Patrick East, please welcome Robert White.
My fellow Grenadians, for 35 years, I have sat in your living rooms and walked through your communities as a financial advisor. And that experience has taught me an undeniable truth. Life is about people. Leadership is about trust. Beyond the world of finance, many of you know me through our shared heritage and the arts as a cultural practitioner and a member of Heritage Theatre Company. I have spent my life telling our stories and celebrating the soul of our nation. I've spent my career protecting the interests of families and celebrating our rich culture. And I bring that same spirit of guardianship to the political stage because I believe you deserve a representative who truly listens. Someone who understands both your economic and your cultural identity. I am proud to stand with the NNP, a party that mirrors my own commitment to the people and carries a rich legacy of service that my father, Winston White, helped pioneer for this nation. We are a party that just doesn't talk about progress. We have a history of delivering it. And I'm fully committed to working to ensure that our national development always remain aligned with the genuine needs and hearts of our citizens. St. Patrick's East is a cornerstone of our nation's heritage and potential, and I am dedicated to ensuring that national growth directly benefits the people who live and work here. From our local communities to our historic landmarks, we must balance economic progress with the preservation of our unique culture and the safety of our nations. As someone who has led organizations like the Cameron Folk Festival Committee, the Rotary Club of Grenada East, and others, I am standing to ensure that our constituency remains a premier destination for investment, while securing a fair share of that prosperity for our youth as well as our seniors. Continuing the NNP's history for transforming our parish into a beacon of national pride. And so I offer myself with humility to be your representative for St. Patrick's East. So thank you.
These 5, joined by our previously announced team, represents the standard of excellence the new national party demands.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming a leader whose life's work is a testament to service, faith, and visionary leadership. From her early days as a journalist and educator to her historic rise as the political leader of the new national party and leader of the opposition, Honorable Emmeline Pear has remained a steadfast champion of the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. She has spent over 2 decades in the trenches of frontline politics, serving with distinction as a multi-termed member of parliament and a cabinet minister in key portfolios, including education and youth. But her leadership extends beyond the halls of government. She's also a minister of the gospel who holds a master's in leadership and innovation and is currently pursuing her doctorate. She stands here today not just as a veteran stateswoman, but as a bridge between the party's experience and its new direction. She brings a rare combination of deep institutional knowledge and a modern, consultative, people-focused mindset. Please welcome the woman leading our team, our nation forward, Honorable Emmeline Pear.
My fellow Grenadians, brothers and sisters of Carriacou and Petite Martinique, we told you to stay tuned, and here we are. If the first 9 candidates were the spark, these next 5 are the fuel that will power the engine of Grenada's resurgence. While many capable and patriotic Grenadians step forward, each offering valuable talents that we will undoubtedly call upon as we rebuild, we have meticulously selected this team to ensure the perfect balance of renewal and expertise. Just days ago, we presented the first 9 pillars of this vision. Nolene Thompson, Kate Lewis-Peters, Nimrod Oliver, Dr. Adrian Joseph, Troy Noel, Nolan Cox, Christopher Diali Jr., and Jelani Glean. These stars set the standard, but we promised you more stars, and when we promise, we definitely deliver. The next set of candidates continue to present a picture of a government in waiting. Alvin Dabrio is a trailblazer of our telecommunications and media industries, bringing the technical foresight required to keep our nation connected and competitive. As an engineer and an entrepreneur who built local institutions from the ground up, he offers a level of practical expertise that ensures our infrastructure is built for the future. Alvin stands as a resolute guardian for St. John, dedicated to ensuring that the voices of the people are given the dignity they deserve. Amanda Japal George, a titan of youth leadership and enterprise. She is a specialist in trade and policy, ready to tackle the complexities of our customs and parliamentary systems from her first hour in office. Amanda understands that for our youth to thrive, We need more than social media posts. We need sustainable, high-paying career paths and business training that she has championed throughout her career. She is dedicated to ensuring that St. Andrew Southwest is never again ignored by the selective silence of the current administration. Senator Dwight Horsford is a veteran legal professional who brings the high-level expertise needed to turn our governance and justice system into a powerhouse. Brothers and sisters, I say to you today, he's a specialist in constitutional law and regional policy, ready to tackle the complexities of our national security and legislative reform. Horse adds immense strength to a promise of seasoned, world-class leadership that can stand on any stage. He's a steadfast advocate for St. George Southeast, focused on delivering a higher level tier of accountability and tangible results for every citizen. Dr. Mayana Charles is a compassionate architect of health reform, wielding the medical expertise and public health vision to transform how we care for our citizens. Having led on the front line of our national health crisis, she brings a solution-driven focus to the Senate and the classroom alike. Mayana is a proud daughter of St. Mark, committed to ensuring that the North receives the world-class care and attention that it truly deserves. Brother Robert White is a leader whose heart from the community and record in cultural preservation ensures that our social safety nets and national identity remain as true lifelines for our people. He is a cornerstone of the financial services sector who understands that for our families to thrive, we need the financial security and heritage protection that he has spent 35 years building. Robert stands as a fierce protector of your interests, dedicated to ensuring that the people of St. Patrick East are no longer sidelined, but are empowered, and that the true heartbeat of our nation can indeed be our future. The NNP is presenting more than just candidates. We are presenting a national management team. We have the know-how to stabilize the economy when the world gets rocky. And we have the new energy to innovate when the world moves forward. They have 4, we have 14. They have excuses, we have the blueprint. They have learning curves, we have the track record in the new National Party. We are not here to practice on you. We are not here to experiment with your children's future. We are here to work for the people. We are here to serve the people of this country. This is your future. This is the new National Party, fully loaded, fully prepared, and fully committed to you, the people of this country. We are ready to govern. We are ready to work. Let's get back to the business of building Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. May God bless all of our people. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us for this second milestone. We are now 14 strong, one more to go. We are the new National Party focused on people grounded in experience and ready to work for you. Stay safe, stay informed. Let's build a stronger Grenada together. God bless.
Yes, sir. Oh, yes. If you really love Jesus, clap your hand if you really love Jesus. Rock your body.
And good night to you, Grenada, Carriacou, and Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean.
Body if you really love Jesus. Oh,
Wherever you are, locally, regionally, internationally, we say a special good night to you. My name is Sheldon Scott. This is Talking Points.
my soul,
And I'll be here with you up until the 10 o'clock hour.
my soul started to wonder. My soul started to wonder.
There you have it, another 5 to the new National Party team, now at 14, huh?
Cross yes, oh, I cross
Let me say a special good night to my Bajan listeners.
my soul,
They've been extremely busy for the last 21 days or so.
my soul,
Bej, what on, man?
my soul. Oh, I cross
Good night to all of you viewing via the YouTube, all of you viewing via the Facebook, and now all of you viewing via Twitch. Yeah, the Twitch platform, we're on there via Noise Radio.
Oh, when it
We noise, they bring the noise.
cross over. Oh, when it cross.
And Giza, good night to you and the other UK listeners.
Yes,
They're joining us in the morning of tomorrow
my soul.
while we still converse in tonight.
Hallelujah. 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 Jesus, hear me.
Also, good night to the listeners via We Noise Radio.
Hallelujah.
Remember, you can get the app as well, eh?
Jesus, hear me from say. Ball out, hallelujah. Shout out, hallelujah. Hallelujah. Jesus, hear me from say. Oh, hallelujah.
Yes, indeed, eh?
Hallelujah. Only Christ alone.
In a short, I'll be opening the phone lines. I want to hear from you all, yeah, before I take over the rest of talk tonight, yeah.
He healed the sick.
Ooh, Chris London, I see you enjoying yourself tonight, man.
Good God, because he ever declared the glory of God. No doubt.
So we say a special good night
Because he ever declared
to the Super 5. You see them there, yeah?
only
Mr. Robert White,
Christ alone.
soon to be the Honorable Robert White, yeah? Nice, yeah.
Down this man. Good God.
They say claim it in the name of Jesus, yeah?
Heal the sick.
So the Honorable Robert White.
Because he ever declared the glory.
Good night to the Honorable Dr. Mayana Charles, soon to be the Honorable. Right now she's Senator the Honorable. We go move the Senator and put her as the Honorable, yeah?
The glory of God. I beg you do not doubt this man. Beg you do not doubt this man.
We go move the Senator and leave it as Honorable Dwight Hosford. Good night to you, sir.
I beg you do not doubt this man. Beg you do not doubt this man. I beg you do not doubt this
I say good night to everybody's sweetheart.
man.
Everybody's sweetheart.
Oh, this man. Lord Jesus.
Good night to you, Honorable Amanda Japal George, yeah?
The raise the dead. Not doubt this man. Go
So see how people just flock, man, that when they see her, you know? Yes, man.
declare the glory of God. No doubt.
Lenny, good night, bro.
Jesus. Because he ever declared the glory of God. I beg you do not doubt this man.
Oh boy. Somebody decide they want to call one time, boy. Let's take it. And for some reason, yes. Hello, good night. Okay, that person changed their mind, huh? Yeah, that person changed their mind, man. Yeah, that person changed their mind.
Good on me, boy. You better play me good on me, boy. You better play me good on me, boy. You better play me good on me, boy. Play me good keysy, boy. You better play me good keysy,
Why am I feeling like I forget somebody there, you know?
keysy, boy. You better play me good keysy, boy. Play me good Getsy, boy. You better play me good Getsy, boy. You better play me good Getsy, boy.
basketball. You know, I could never forget my boy. Good night to you, Dabs.
Play me good to my youth. To my youth. So lick it till it bust to my youth.
The Honorable Alvin Dabrio.
I me say lick it till it bust right now. I me say lick it till it bust right now.
St. John has had people that win the election before, but they've only truly had a representative when they had Honorable Alvin Dabrio, yeah?
Bounce by your neighbor.
So notice what I say. St. John had people that win before. Even now, they have a person that win, but it didn't have a person that represent them. So right now, they have Honorable Alvin Dabrio to come back and represent them.
Lord Jesus Christ. Because he ever declared.
Don't worry, we'll open the phone lines in a short while. Yeah, we're going to open it in a short, yeah.
Christ alone. Only Christ alone. Do not.
And let us also thank those who held those constituencies for the new National Party before, yeah? And we'll get into that in a short. Let's just go to the phone line and then we'll get back to that one. We have a call online. Hello, good night. Hello, good night.
Hello.
Hi, good night.
Night.
Night, dear. Go right ahead.
So, alright, when people walk in there, they just bump into people on the bus terminal. So they have to stop that.
They bouncing into people on the bus terminal?
Yeah.
Okay. I will try not to do it myself and I will ask everyone to do the same.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Thank you, young man.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. So we are a youngster, they just saying careful, you know, all bouncing into people on the bus terminal. Nice? Right. But yeah, folks, so I want to say a special thank you on behalf of us here at the Talking Points family to all the folks that held those constituencies before on behalf of the new National Party. Yeah, for instance, St. Mark, they have been ably represented, because there's a difference between winning a seat and becoming the MP and actually representing the people of the constituency. And we've shown you up to 2 Fridays ago, we were showing you, and we can show you again, the true representation of that lady, Mrs. Clarice Modest, and what she has done for the people of St. Mark over the years. Yeah? From the housing development in Diamond, to the bridge that other people that's come and open and says them that do, to the work she has done on the schools, the health facility in St. Mark itself, and I don't know what is taking place. What taking place at the Victoria Hotel? Anybody know what taking place with that? There were plans for the Victoria Hotel that would have provided an opportunity for the young folks there in St. Mark, some in St. John and some in St. Patrick. So those in St. Patrick, some of them could have come down to St. Mark, some from St. John could have come up to St. Mark, and the young people in St. Mark, they would have been afforded the opportunity. I ain't find I hear nothing about that right now. Yeah? They have a guy who talk about he does be drinking ganja tea and them kind of thing. I ain't find he talking about that particular one and what is taking place for the people of St. Mark with that particular one. But they have had, since the year 1999, true representation. And I even go back to 1995 because we cannot forget our deceased brother, the late Willan Dewsbury. Can't forget him. Yeah? So they have had proper representation, which is why they have stayed faithful to the party and faithful to the representatives who have had their interests at heart. Not the people that just want to win because they get a tax-free concession on a vehicle and they get a diplomatic passport. Not those people who just want to lord it over people. No, people who actually care about people and are concerned about people. Yeah? So we want to thank again. And she ain't gone nowhere, no, she there to help. She's there to guide. She's there to advise. They ain't gone nowhere. So she's there. So we say a special good night to the lioness, as others call her. And you see, she bringing a lioness cub right now. And by the time you hear election call, full grown. Yeah? So the lioness, everything that come, she has devoured. Election day, 6:30 man does take up the folder and say, watch, the way I see them vote going home with. That is what does take place in St. Mark when they're going up against this lady. So we'd like to thank her and congratulate the incoming Dr. Mayana Charles, who we know will do an excellent job. And St. Mark, all you're going to take care of her. St. Mark, you all are going to protect her. You all ain't going to allow nobody to call up she name out there. You all have to respond, answer. We ain't saying go and fight with nobody, but answer. You all have a responsibility to defend. Yeah? So we thank Auntie Pam out there, the last representative in St. Patrick East. And we had to go back, we had to thank Pablo too, you know, Mr. Clifton Paul, because that man that beat a whole prime minister and take it. So we had to go as far back as Mr. Clifton. Pablo! What's up, bro? Yeah, we had to go back as far as Pablo, because he's the man that break the back. And we still could go further back and say Adrian Spaceman Mitchell, the late Adrian Spaceman Mitchell, whose name will always be called for centuries. There are political representatives that came and passed through St. Patrick East, and 100 years from now, they will be but a footnote in history. But names like Adrian Spaceman Mitchell will be one of the only Mitchells, together with Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell, who 100 years from now, school children will be doing essays on what those individuals did for their constituency and for their country. They ain't going to be talking about this one except in passing terms. He was a prime minister. Just like you just mentioned Ben Jones and them, you just mentioned he was a prime minister too. That is what will be taking place with them. Yeah? So we'd like to thank the former NNP representatives in that constituency. We'd like to thank as well, and we're doing this from Talking Points, none other than the man himself, Brother Gregory Bowen. And we know he ain't gone nowhere, you know. Brother Bowen is there to help. Brother Bowen is there to advise. He's there to assist. He's there to guide and give direction. Yeah? Former Minister of Works, Minister of Agriculture, Minister of Finance, you name it, Brother Gregory Bowen has done it. One of the most brilliant minds to come out of the state of Grenada. Let me say it again. One of the most brilliant minds to come out of the state of Grenada is the individual by the name of Gregory Clarence Bowen. And we know that the people of St. George Southeast are thankful for all that he has done in the past and what he will continue to do as he continues to care for the people of Grenada on a whole and continues to hold that special place for the people of St. George Southeast in his heart. We ain't have to do that in St. John because, I mean, Brother Dabrio that day, you understand? Brother Dabs are coming back there. You understand? But we want to thank all of those who have been there before. Yeah? All who have been there before. And we look forward. We look forward to the march ahead. I hope that all you have all your boots. I hope that all you're ready. How Doc used to say it before? Sharpen your pencils. Sharpen your pencils. You never know what's coming. Folks, let's open the phone line. We have a call online. Hello, good night.
Hello, good night. Good night once again. Good night. Good night. How are you doing, Mr. Sheldon?
A day, and I don't want to get in trouble with St. Andrew people, you know, because it have a lady that I have a lot of love for up there in St. Andrew. And I don't want to get in trouble with. I take the call, but I was about to move to St. Andrew just to say something. So hold on the line, that you have a lovely lady by the name of Mrs. Yolan Bain Hosford. And that lady is a true lady. I've seen that lady take young ladies and put them on the right path. Young ladies and young men that were going on the wrong direction, that she has pulled them in and placed them on the right path. I've seen her do so much work, from being in women and gender affairs to tourism, to housing, the amount of work that this lady has done, not just for the constituency of St. Andrew Southwest, but for St. Andrew on a whole and Grenada on a whole, and even the region as well, in the case of each of the people I've mentioned before, is amazing. Yeah? So we must congratulate them and thank them, because I see her there holding Sister Japal's hand. I see her there working along with her and guiding her and directing her. You see, my love could never die for these people, brother. Tito, go right ahead, man.
Yeah, Mr. Sheldon, I just want to, I didn't went to the meeting yesterday, but I sit down this evening there and I watch that live thing tonight, the NNP being shown, and I'm glad to see that other people keep on sharing it also. I keep on sharing it that Mr. Sheldon and Grenada, the whole Grenada, Carriacou, and the whole wall. Let me just, give, jacket now. Let me just give who deserve and who work for something. You see, Miss NNP, may God bless you, Miss NNP. May God bless you and keep you and continue guiding you and protect you and know. And the whole agreement that some of us go try to play with hiding from it. We narrowing stories on it. But we have to give, due unto who we really fit and with. Miss NNP is so vibrant. And Miss NNP is a hot lady. Miss NNP don't know just come and just grow on the top of the ground like you just throw a seed and it just grow. Miss NNP come out from the ground, the bottom of the ground. Miss NNP is something like yam, dashing and them thing and under the ground. You understand? It's not somebody who just just jump up here. So you understand? And the lady is so vibrant, and I know, and God know. God know and I know. Miss Emily go, make the country, because so much of people, good people, vibrant people. I listen to that lady speak. When you listen to NNP, it's not because I is an NNP. And I is an NNP and I would did NNP. Until. Not because I is an NNP, but let me give, when you sit down and you listen to a conversation and a platform or a portfolio, you understand, and you hear listen the two, put the two sides together, not because I is an NNP, but I just put the two sides together and listen, just listen how the NNP people and them, Mr. Robert White, you hear them people and them people and so I don't know NNP just as them, getting you, and I know, and Mr. NNP, I Tito person, I love you. And I will always love you.
It's
and
love in the house, brother. It's love in the house.
Skeeter Lewis, I love you all. I love the team. I love what I've seen. And I feel so what I just want to I listen to Mr. NNP, what I just want to just run out of me.
Let me tell you this, Tito.
I don't know.
First love is in the house, On Valentine's Day, we ain't sending heart to people, We ain't playing around with that. We ain't sending no heart for nobody. Yeah, I just have to like people thing instead. I love it because it's a heart that does show up on Facebook. Right now, we sending a house for people on Saturday. Yeah, Valentine's Day is Saturday. Those who celebrate it, we ain't sending no heart. We sending a house. It's love in the house. So we sending a house for people on Saturday. When you get a house, you know that means love in the house.
Grenada, I just want Grenada, Carriacou, and Pity Matty. Well, I just want to say, let me just, come together and, when we sit down and we listen, we want people that could educate, when we train and even if you're stupid, you don't have so much sense, you could sit down and listen to that side speak, and then you hear and you sit down and hear but the other side, I'm like, when they're speaking like they're fumbling, they can't speak, they have to look for word, not because they're NNP, but we're giving people an NNP all the time, I don't know what Miss NNP does get this kind of like you again is our next kind of gift people say. And may God bless the whole NNP and love in the house and happy Valentine's Day to the whole of Grenada.
I'm the candidate for the 16th constituency. I'm the official candidate for the 16th constituency.
Who you?
Yeah. I represent the 16th constituency.
Mr. Sheldon, thanks for having me. I love everybody, man. I love NNP. And last night I say, and I want to say thanks, right, for you know, the people. Mr. Sheldon, before I go here, I don't know the mister, but any people been calling me last night and telling me they want to, which part of telescope I go be. You understand? Because they phone me and you have Mr. Sheldon, Mr. Peter and phone. He may somebody from St. George's and everybody just want to see me, want to see me coming personally, but last night was Wednesday, so I couldn't make it Wednesday. So I want to say thanks to each and everybody. Love in the house, Sheldon, Mr. Sheldon, love in the studio house.
Yes, indeed.
And all the best.
All right, brother.
Thanks
You have
for
a good
having
one.
me.
All right.
All right.
Yes, indeed, folks. 1473 or 440-7377. That's 1473-440-7377. That is the number for you to call and get onto the inside of tonight's program. Yes, indeed. As we say, yeah, is love in the... Oh, what kind of thing is that there, Papa? Just call in, cut off, call, cut off, call, cut off. What thing is... All right, nice. I think somebody gets you now. Hello, good night.
Sheldon, good night.
Good night, my dear. I hear you muffled. Your voice strong. Your voice stronger than that. I hear you real muffled. What going on there?
I don't know what's going on.
Probably how you're holding the phone.
I don't know what's going on, Sheldon.
Okay.
Sheldon, what pressure is that?
Pressure? My pressure normal. I take my medication earlier.
No, I ask you what pressure is that, because that one is not water pressure. that one is not high blood pressure. That one is PIERRE pressure.
Yeah, that peer pressure.
That is what you call peer pressure. That is not no Zabuka pressure. That is the peer pressure, children. Real pressure. I love it. That's my lady. That's the lady they say she can think for herself, she can do for herself. Children?
She's about to have a doctorate, and the people saying that don't even have a first degree, so I wouldn't be bothered.
They have all kind of things to say. They have all kind of things to say about her, and the more they say about her, is the more she mount the pressure. Sheldon, good night.
Good night, my love. Hey, Mr. Handsome, good night. Salian! Y'all, I know when I see you. Salian! Good night, my girl. I had to come up. I hear they have Soraka up on the side. Yeah, I had to come up tomorrow, man. I feel I had to try and see if I can make a little pass up tomorrow and so on that side. Yes, indeed. 1473-440-73. Looking for your feedback. 1473-440-7377. That's the number to call and get onto the inside. And we've got a caller. Hello, good night.
Hey, good night, Sheldon. How are you doing?
Ade, wago, Papa?
Yeah, I'm okay, man. Sheldon, I sat down there and I'm watching the launch of the other 5 candidates, men and women, the 14 men and women that will be going forward whenever the next election call. And when you look at it, man, I know the men and the women. Sheldon, this is men and women that the people are going to carry on Peter Martin know. Men that is educated, men that could go out on their own and represent Grenada. Right? And we have a competent team. It is men and women. It is the Prime Minister, NNP. She want to frighten. She could send out any one of them and have a press conference. She could send any one of them go out and represent Grenada, Carriacou, and Peter Martinique, because they are tried, tested, and proven. I know, especially Robert White, a good friend of mine. I know him. I know him very good. I know his father very good. We are good friends. We are friends, and he's capable. And I would say to the people of St. Patrick East, you have someone who will represent you. St. Patrick West, you have someone to represent you properly. And they will represent you. And not only them, but all the candidates. They could represent the constituency where they're running for. And they will be successful in the come next general election. I want to say congratulations to each and every one of them. And let us come together and let us work together to bring victory for the people of Greater Carriacou and Peter Martinique, to deliver the people from the stress, the pressure, the hardship, the difficult times, where money is there money in the country, but the money don't reach the poor people. And when election call NNP be victorious, the people of Greater Carriacou and Peter Sheldon will be smiling, and they'll be smiling with a smile as bright as the river night. Brother Sheldon, have a blessed night.
Indeed. All right. And folks, before I go any further, I just want to give a piece of news, not a nice piece of news, but before I take any more calls, I just wanted to announce that one. Our good brother Nigel, who we had been having the funds raised for and so on. Unfortunately, we were informed this morning that he passed away this morning, a little after 10 a.m. I did try to speak to him on Monday. When I called, he said hello, but he couldn't have a conversation. So I spoke with his wife, and so he was hearing us, but I couldn't speak and so on. And he passed away this morning. So just letting you all know. So we send our condolences to his family. First of all, his mother, his sister, and his other family members. We send his wife, and so we send our condolences to the entire family, and also to his friends and associates, his former schoolmates, all of you. We send our condolences to you. We tried. We tried. It's not the first time we tried, but we tried. It's a kind of one. But let's go back to the phone lines. I just wanted to make sure that I said that one before I took another call. We have a call online. Hello, good night.
Good night, Sheldon Scott.
Hey, good night, sir. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm fine.
Okay, go right ahead.
Well, Sheldon Scott, yeah, that five person that went to today, they look wonderful team. This is what be Mr. NNP. I know we really get that team. They are a really good solid team here. Oh gosh, how you keep it up? Keep it up. Yeah, in the house that keep big, I be strong. We can't get a hot now. We are getting a house for Valentine's Day. House you give them. I don't care what people say. And if people come back in power, we come back more stronger. Scott? Miss Kami, good night to you. Good night, Miss Kami. And Sharon Scott, enjoy the rest of it. I'll listen to the program tonight.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Yes, indeed. 147344073. You see the voice come back? Yeah, I couldn't continue taking. I had to take that, so I just cut it out. Yeah, 14734407377. That's the number for you to call and get on to tonight's program. Let's go back to the phone lines. We've got a caller online. Hello, good night.
Good night, Sheldon. I'm just saying good night.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, good night. Good night to Patty and Matthew. Matthew in Canada. Good night, Matthew. And Patricia and Mr. Watts. Good night. Yeah. I just did Sheldon. A lady from Carriacou. She's listening right now. I know she's listening. She needs something she said for the program.
Great.
Because she want the program to be on.
Yes.
She send the money. So we want to tell her, thanks, mommy, thanks.
Yes, and we have to remind folks that we are looking. We have things that we have to do. One of these days I will take a picture and show them on the camera that we're using and what we're going through.
Yeah. And I had to go to the young man that passed on, that we also helping.
Yeah.
I sympathy go to his wife. Well, we try. And we had to continue. Dr. Mitchell, good night. Miss Emily Pierre, good night, ma'am. And I love I sit down there and I'm watching these people. You know? Mm-hmm. So I leave everything in God's hand. Grenadians, look for your name. I have my name. So I just waiting when the day come. You see? The Prime Minister going to call the election anytime. He was waiting for the lady in Barbados to see what's going on there. Now she take the victory. So we coming up. Grenadians, register your children, the young people, and everything is about young people. I don't talk about the elderly, because a lot of old people have gone vote. Because I cannot take another one under these people. God hear me, I will line. that are suffering. Look at what they do to me. That's why
I mean, people can't get paid, you know. You know much people messaging me, I have road crew messaging me and so on. Contractors, people are doing things for government and they can't get paid. And now they're telling contractors, and I'll have to get Brother Adrian Joseph onto the program with that. They're telling contractors, you had to find the money and fund the project and the government go pay you back. Which contractors do have that kind of money? So people really catching it. People really catching it.
We suffering and they tormenting me, Sharon. They provoking me.
Ignore them. Listen, once you give them the attention,
I don't answer them.
Doing it. Just
Sharon, if I answer them, the police will go with me. I don't answer them. But I tell you the hurtful thing they just tell me. But I don't bother with them. I call the commissioner of police this morning, you know. I want something to protect myself. You know they don't get the man that run away? They don't get that prisoner yet, you know.
Yeah.
They don't hold the man yet, you know.
I've heard that. They know the area that he frequents. They know the areas that he frequents. What they need to do, though, in situations like that, it might be wise to let people know what crimes that individual committed and was locked up for. So, for instance, if it's a person that is thief, and you see the person in your area, you know how to secure yourself. If it's a person that does rape and kill, you know how to secure yourself.
Know what's going on in Grenada, Carriacou.
To just say the person has escaped and you don't say anything else. What were they inside for? What is their usual crime that they commit? We know they could upgrade and do something else, but tell us.
Vivian said they don't hold him yet.
No, they haven't.
So be careful, because they say it's dangerous. I listen to them tonight. Well. So, as a people, let's continue praying and trust God. Let me trust Almighty God. Dr. Mitchell, good night. Wherever you all is, good night. And Sharon, I know they don't pay people because listen to me. Listen to me, Sharon. I could call all the people names that owe me, that working with government, and I in sympathy with them. Although I need to pay my rent and pay my light and water, but I'm in sympathy with them. And you won't believe, I go down this morning, I had a lot of things, and I changed, and a lady called me, Miss Tommy, buy lunch. I said, come. I couldn't leave her without it. I had to give a child a bus money to pay the bus to go home. I had to give another lady a bus money. I selfish I am. I had to give her. So a lot of them not listening, saying we lie, you know. People under a lot of pressure.
I could tell them the groundsmen, for instance, have not been paid 6 weeks now. The groundsmen have not been paid 6 weeks now. And we're into the 6th week of the year.
Watch. Yesterday morning, a strong hand this human by me. They didn't see me. And they talking, you know what she's saying? They give her work, but they send her in perseverance. They send in her head. So the young man, she tell that he said, girl, and that kid, Michelle, we should eat her food, you know. She said, wow, fed up. But the thing about it, I shouldn't cough. When she turned around, and she see me, she could ask the auto. So the own people is talking about them. For help me and it's got our own life. The lady could ask the auto. And I'm sorry for what's going on with people suffering. I wish that they could have do better and help people suffering. Sheldon, if you have $1 and somebody asks you, give them 50 cents because you don't know what they might go and do.
Bad as it is, you always try.
Yeah. So I want to say good night to everybody that is listening, all my friends that will listen. My little cousin Scotty. Good night, Frankie son. Good night. And I wish all the teams, Mr. White, Mr. Ted, good night. I wish you all the best. Yeah, and that young lady in Victoria, she winning, she's victorious. I feel it in the spirit already. The young lady, the doctor.
Yes.
She winning that victorious. Yeah.
She will be.
To get through in that victory. Victory is mine, said the Lord. Good night, Grenadians.
All right, Gabby, you have a good one.
Yes.
All right. You have corn flour there?
I have some corn flour and I have some yam.
Some yam.
Are you come and buy some yam, oh God? Think bad with me. Think bad.
A nice yam I find I see you have when I passed the last time.
I'll get some.
Yeah.
Yes, I get some yam. Bye-bye.
All right, Gabby. Yes, indeed, folks. That was Miss Kiame, as usual. Yes, indeed. 1473-440-7377. That is the number for you to call and get onto the inside. I did miss two. Yeah, I did miss a 2 day. Yeah, calls. I'll call, man. 1473-440-7377. That is the number to get onto the inside. We want to say a special good night to our Carriacou and Petit Martinique listeners. Hope that you all are having a wonderful night tonight. We know it's Queen Show night. Yes, it's Carnival weekend out there in Carriacou. So we want you all to remember to be safe. Yeah, remember we want to be speaking to and with you all. We don't want to be speaking. Right. So we want you all to be safe out there in Carriacou. Those of you heading up, same thing for you. Because I know a lot of folks are going up. We've got a call online. Hello, good night.
Yes, good night, my brother.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Lovely. Go right ahead, man.
My question again. Is there any law preventing the police from transporting the prisoners with shackles?
They usually are transported with shackles.
And why they jumping and run away?
At the point of, it may have been at the point of receiving medical attention that the shackles may have been removed to give the person the ability to go into whatever position the physician needed them in. And if the physician or the whoever it is was guarding them was distracted only for a moment or two, then the person would use that opportunity to escape.
Well, that I think is very much, well, I won't say slackness because mistakes do happen.
Well, the thing is this,
too regular now.
I would not go down too much on the prison officers regarding this, because in big United States, where you have all the technology and all this kind of thing, it does happen. People are brought, and so it does happen. We can't say it does happen and just say, well, it does happen and we let it happen again in Grenada. We have to put measures in place to correct it.
Too regular now, the prisoners escaping. Yeah. Too regular now, prisoners escaping, and dangerous ones.
So probably, well, the thing is, people would say every prisoner that's in jail right now is dangerous. Even if a guy might escape from prison right now, but he's up there because he didn't pay some bus ticket, and they drag him up there.
That's not dangerous, but still.
No, but once he escapes, they're going to say he's a dangerous prisoner. Because again, as I said earlier, they're not saying what this individual was up there for. Suppose he was up there because they hold him smoking a spliff.
That's ridiculous. I don't think he ran away for that.
Boss, let me just say this. You haven't been up to that prison, have you?
I worked in that prison.
You work in that prison? Hey, so no matter what it is you're up there for, you want to come out. Nobody wants to stay there, no matter what they went up there for.
I know we had a guy that used to just go break somebody's shop or what have you, so they could put him back inside it.
Mentally unstable.
That was his home.
Mentally unstable.
That was his home. He moved around with the commanding officer, with the superintendent.
Mm-hmm.
So that was like his home. If they put him out, your time served, go. You got to come back. You want to come back. But what I'm saying, the times have changed. Times are different. Times you saw one prison officer watching how much men with cutlass and all he have a piece of stick in his hand. Those days are over.
Well, the thing is, I think we've gotten past those stages now. And I think that probably what needs to be looked at is the protocol in relation to the transportation of prisoners seeking medical attention. It may be that there are already proper rules in place, but the rules may not have been followed. If the rules are in place and they have been followed and this still happened, then you have to change the rules. It's simple. It's not rocket science. Yeah?
No, it's not that's not rocket science. But again, when if it's the privacy within the patient and the doctor or the nurse or whoever, I believe that the person guarding them should make sure that there's no escape hatch when they go inside that door.
No, but
there should be no window so you can climb out or what have you when they go in there.
All of that would be among the rules. So that's why we say there may be rules. The rules may have, if the rules are followed and this happened, then you change the rules, you amend the rules. If the rules were not followed, then you make sure that the rules are followed, that they are reinforced and followed. Yeah?
So when those things are happening so regular and we're hearing those bad reports, they're giving us the bad reports and stuff, and them we can't blame ourselves. We can't blame them. So we got to tighten up our socks, pull up our socks, and see what we could do to prevent those things on them.
Yeah.
All right. Have a great one.
Same to you, bro.
Okay, take it easy. Yeah, I was proud of that last five this evening.
Of course, man.
But they pull it to Senators Day. They pull it to Senators Day, and then they slap it on them.
They're sparkling.
I see they're shaking in their boots now. They don't know what to do.
Yeah,
but
indeed.
Hey, we're looking for us what they get in Barbados. We're cleaning everything out again. Bone and all.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, have a great one.
You all my bags packed and already. All right, I'll pull your bag packed and already too, you know? Yeah. I have my bags packed and already. Or my backpack and already. I don't know what you guys say now. I really had to meet Muddy one day and ask me, was backpack and you ready or your bags packed and you ready? You know? Or your bags packed and you ready? It's sad to meet a man. But bottom line, we're ready. You understand? Nice, beautiful. And folks, yesterday something happened in Barbados. And I think it's important for each of us to pay attention to that. While the ruling party won 30-0, yeah, they give him a 30 zip. So they have tied Dr. Mitchell's record of winning 3 elections in a country with all the seats. Yeah? Although in NNP's case it was 1999, 2013, 2018. So the first clean sweep, then the first clean sweep out of opposition, then the first clean sweep back to back. All of that is Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell and the New National Party. So anything the others do now, all they've done, the only first they have now is the 3 consecutively. But that aside, something happened there. And to avoid that happening, you all have to do what I've been preaching, what I've been crying, what I've been straining my voice to say on this program over the last nearly 4 years now. Pay attention to the voters list. How in the world could somebody be the leader of the opposition, as Mr. Ralph Thorne in Barbados, and not know where you vote in election day? So the leader of the opposition goes to vote, and he named the man name not on the list. I don't know what kind of mawet is that. Or my friends in St. Lucia may say mawes. I don't know what kind of mawes is that. How could you're the leader, you know? But you know what happens? A lot of us take things for granted. And that's why I continue to say we cannot take things for granted. Yeah? We cannot take things for granted. We can't put off and procrastinate. I go check the list. Don't worry. I go check it. Many of you listening to this program now have not checked the voters list right now. Let's just be clear on that. I'm clear on that in my mind. I know it's a fact. Not all of you. I hope not the majority of you. But I know that many of you that are listening to this program right now have not checked the voters list up to now. Either online or physically. You have both options. And in the case of Mr. Ralph Thorne, surprisingly, on election day, his name ended up in a constituency that he was in 20 years ago. And his wife, who lives in the same house with him, her name remained in the constituency where it's supposed to be. So 2 people living in the same house, but one name will suddenly appear in a different location. Folks, the same thing can happen to us here in Grenada if we don't mind we business. Some of us looking to mind the NDC business. Don't do that. Because then the NDC minding the business and we minding the business and nobody minding we own. Mind your business. Don't think that everybody in your house did go when you told them to go and get registered. You check the voters list. Make sure that they did go, because sometimes they say they go in and they end up other places and doing other things. You make sure. Could be your husband, could be your wife, could be your children, could be your sister, could be your brother or your mother or your father, your grandparents. Make sure their name is on the list, because you have a responsibility to get them out on election day, to go to the polling station and make sure they know what to do when they get to the polling station. Make sure they know to look for the house, the only place where true love resides. Make sure they know to look for the house and to place that mark in the space provided next to the house for the candidate of the new national party. So you have a responsibility that starts with making sure that you are on the list. You have to check for you first. So you have to make sure that you are on the list and then check for the others. And don't end up in the... You must have lose 13-0 if you're doing shoppiness like that. That had to happen. I'm sorry. And I want to congratulate the Barbados Labour Party. I want to congratulate them. And Prime Minister Mia Motley. And I have a good partner over there, Chad Blackman. Chaddy! Some parbo is on me, brother. He know what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's what I saw Suriname trip years ago. Yeah? So, I want to congratulate them. But if you have people that at the upper level don't even know where they had to vote on election day, if that was the situation with the leader, then what do you expect from the troops? And you see what happened to them. So if you are the leader in your household, you have to guide your troops. If you are the leader in your community, you have to guide your troops in your workplace, in your educational institution. If you are the leader, guide your troops. Check for yours first, then check for theirs. And find out. Don't just look and say, okay, I see the name, see where they're voting. I've had situation, I live in a house with people and they vote in one place, I vote in the next. Yeah? I was voting at the St. Dominic's RC school years ago. I voted at the St. Dominic's RC school. And my girlfriend at the time, in the same house with me, voting up at the St. Dominic's, up by the church. Yeah? Which was kind of weird. Two people in the same house, you expect to vote in the same place. So you have to check, not just that your name is there, but where you are voting. And also, as a good friend of mine just remind me, we have to come out and vote. Can't sit down. Can't say, well, I ain't bothering to come out this time, man. NNP have it. No. We have to come out. When Mia Motley won the first time, the voter turnout in Barbados was somewhere around the 60% rate. 60% of voters came out. And she was able to get the majority of them. The election before this one yesterday, I think it was somewhere in the region that dropped to somewhere around the high 40s. 40-something%. Yesterday, 30% of the people came out and make a decision for everybody else in Barbados. Don't do yourself that. Yeah? Because even if you see a candidate and you find, well, that is not the candidate I want, but it is the new national party put that candidate there. And you know, to save Grenada, to move us from this destructive path that we are on, is only one party that can do that. It is only one political organization in Grenada right now has the ability, has the brain power, has the competency, has the connections, and has the years of experience to truly and really move Grenada in the proper direction, and that is the new national party. The other party could mobile and do anything. They are not the new national party. Only the new national party has that ability. You know, just the other day, I was, let me see, I just get that information there. Let me just give you the exact thing. Yeah, so I was correct, yeah. In 2013, the voter turnout in Barbados was 65%. Yeah? And Mia Motley and them lost at that time, that was Oinata. 2018, she won, but the voter turnout dropped to 60.3%. In 2022, it went down to 41.7%, not the high 40s, but the low 40s. And then this time it's 30.8. So you mean less and less people making a decision for what takes place with the whole country that affects all of us. So we can't allow that to be the trend with Grenada. You know, Grenada does be the first in all kind of thing. You know, Grenada is who a lot of people has patterned the thing after. So we have to ensure that here in Grenada, we turn out in our numbers. New National Party supporters, you have one job on election day, that is remove NDC. There are several steps that you have to take on election day to make sure that we remove the NDC. One of those steps is to make sure that prior to that day we check the list and we make sure that our name is there. On the day, we have the responsibility to rise early. No, I go after work. No, later when I get time, I will go and do it. We have a responsibility to jam up the lines early on election morning. No boss can tell you they go fire you if you come late. No boss can tell you you can't get time to go and vote. That is illegal. They can actually be arrested for that. That is illegal. They could be charged for that. So they can't tell you can't go or you can't come. Yeah? So you have a responsibility to go early on election day and cast your ballot for the new National Party. There ain't no third party in that. You see what happened with this third party thing last night in Barbados? Them third parties, them small party that know they ain't winning no seat, but they came in. And the 100 and something and the 300 and something that they take here and there in several constituencies cost the opposition not to win a seat that otherwise they may have won. Don't play with this third party thing. There are two parties in Grenada. You know one is a waste of time? That is the NDC, National Democratic Congress. You know they are a waste of time. You know what they are doing to our country and how they're damaging our country right now. You know what they are doing and what they are not doing. You know it, you live it, you are here. Even those in the diaspora who are truthful to themselves know it. So you know that on election day, there is only one real choice, the new National Party. You know on election day, if you want to see Grenada truly achieve its potential, there is only one political organization that can do that. That is the new National Party. You know, I was listening to something over the weekend. I saw it the first time and I was listening to it again yesterday. It was interesting. And I want to play something very short for you all. Very short. I want to play something for you all. It dates back to the year 1983. And it's an interview with then Prime Minister Maurice Bishop and what he believed Grenada would be. Never lived to see it, but what he believed Grenada would be in the year 2000. And I want you all to hear what late Prime Minister Maurice Bishop had to say when he was asked that particular question.
So I'd like to know what are the future plans of Grenada for the next 17 years into the year 2000? What do they look like?
Okay. What's the long-term? Yeah, that's a good question.
It is a very good question. I would say by the year 2000, we would expect certainly to have completely solved our infrastructural problems. We would have by then certainly have finished the completion of the international airport. We should have completed the expansion of our seaport. We would by then have greatly modernized our electricity, our telephones. We would by then have been able to provide pipe-borne water into the homes of just about all Grenadians. Before the revolution, only 30% of Grenadians got pipe-borne water. We would have electrified the entire country by that time. By that time, too, the main roads and most of the feeder roads and farm roads for our agriculture would have been finished. We would expect by the year 2000, our country would have begun to take some steps along the way towards industrialization. We would expect by the year 2000, the new democratic structures that we have been building, which are ensuring that our people are able to participate on a day-to-day basis in the running of their country, that these new structures would have been even more entrenched and we would have become a model in direct democracy. I think these are some of the perspectives.
So folks, when you listen to that, you realize that the majority of what he had envisioned was achieved by Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell, together with the help of people like the Honorable Gregory Bowen, together with the help of people like the Honorable Emlyn Pear, together with people like the Honorable Clarice Modest. You would realize that the dream and vision of Maurice Bishop is not in a fella that like to dress up as a peacock and feel dressing and putting on certain types of clothes, is actually doing the work as Prime Minister and doing something for Grenada. Who feels that being Prime Minister is a fashion competition and not something that you utilize to improve the lives of Grenadians on a whole. This ain't no fashion competition. This is reality, people, bread and butter. So when Maurice Bishop talk about farm roads, who do the farm roads in Grenada? Who did the whole East Coast and West Coast road and then still come back and do the farm roads was the New National Party. Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell, Mr. Gregory Bowen as Minister of Works. Who did the electrification of Grenada? Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell was the person that led the charge. And who was the person inside Grenlec? Mr. Gregory Bowen. Who led with ensuring that there's pipe-borne water from one end of Grenada to the other? I don't think that there's a community or a village in Grenada that could say that they don't have pipe-borne water. And who again? Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell. So the vision of Maurice Bishop was realized by the New National Party. Not the NDC. Not the NDC. They are the ones that come and sell Grenlec. And if you give them a chance, they'll sell Nawasa too. Just give them a chance. They'll sell Nawasa and sell Grenlec again if you give them a chance. So you heard the vision of Maurice Bishop. And this was just a few months before he died. And he was saying, he was asked the question, what is your vision for Grenada by the year 2000? And he was saying, these are the vision. These are what I'm seeing for Grenada. Telecommunications. The first digital telecommunication system in the region was here in Grenada. In Grenada. When the back of the monopoly had to be broken on telecoms in the Caribbean, that Trinidad benefit, Jamaica benefit, Haiti benefit, yeah? All of the Eastern Caribbean, the Windward Islands, everybody benefited. It was Gregory Bowen and Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell that went and break the back of the monopoly. That is why ECTEL had to end up awarding these two gentlemen. It's not just me saying it. These two gentlemen were awarded somewhere around 2010, 2011 for the work that they did that every single country in the Caribbean is benefiting from right now. Again, the vision of Maurice Bishop, and you see who realized it? That just struck me when I was listening to his interview. That look at that. Those were what he wanted to see with the roads and everything. And it was actually realized by the NNP. He spoke about industrialization. Well, that was a concept that you have to look at in the concept of the 70s thought and the 80s thoughts. We know that right now the world is moving more digital. So it's not going to be setting up factories that are going to hire hundreds of people. So if you're talking about doing factories and so on, it's not going to be human labor intensive. In the building phase, yes. In the setting up phase, yes. But after that, especially now that you have artificial intelligence taking over major components of manufacturing and robotics getting to the stage that you will spend $500,000 on one robot, but it will save you $500 million over several years. So industrialization does not necessarily provide jobs and opportunities in a large form, because even if you're building a factory here now, the people that are going to have to come and set up the factory are not going to be people from here. You might get a job to build, But to set up the equipment and so on, it's other countries that are going to benefit from that. So the industrialization in the context of 1980s may have been reasonable to want for your island. But in the context of the 2000s and the 2020s, you have to recalibrate and look at that concept differently. If you're speaking agro-processing, yes, but understand even with agro-processing, you're not going to have the volume of jobs that you may have had 20 or 15 or even 30 years ago. The volume of jobs that would create, it is not going to create that in the 2020s. It will create jobs, but not the volume of jobs. What it will do is provide stuff on your local market that, if subsidied properly, is going to have the cost reasonable to you, the average Grenadian, instead of having to buy stuff from overseas and sending foreign exchange out. That is the situation when it comes to those things right now. But it was just an interesting one. Folks, the phone lines are still open. 1-473-440-7377. That is the number for you to call and get onto the inside of tonight's program. I just really found that one to be an interesting one, yeah? And you know, I find something else last night there. I want to hear somebody speak on the issue of freedom of speech and that kind of thing. Let me see if I could find somebody to speak on freedom of speech and them kind of thing. Yeah, let me hear this person speaking on freedom of speech.
There's some sort of paralysis that has descended upon the people of
Yes,
Grenada.
we need our, and I think it's a combination of things. I think it's also, and I've taken a long time to come to this point because I'm a natural skeptic. But I believe it's also spiritual. I can't imagine how people could just be so in the face of so many different issues. You're just hearing the same few voices. Look at what happened with the oil and gas sector. You know, there are so many things, and the CBI, we don't know what's happening there. I mean, it's just crazy. There's an investigation going on into the operations of NNP for the last, from 2013 come forward. In fact, Prime Minister was very clear when he spoke publicly. He said, we're not investigating any time before 2012 because we don't have any problem there. Well, you remember who was in office up to that time, right? So he's admitting it is under his watch the issues occurred in NNP. He said so publicly. Yeah. And that has been swept. It's quiet. There's no reporting. We don't know. There's an investigation. Prime Minister said there was going to be an investigation under the in relation to the shrimp farm. You know, we in the NDC spoke some of it, but nobody is saying anything. The religious community is not speaking. The civil society is not speaking. The Chamber of Commerce, all of these matters affect business and industry and so in the country. They are not speaking. I don't know. A lady in River Road the other day, she said to me, Miss Joseph, like we hex or something.
Yeah.
You know? So it's just a few voices.
Yeah.
And the religious community, they try to hide behind the cloth when it's convenient. But there's nothing wrong with the religious community speaking out of matters of political interest. And so just this morning I was reading an article on CNN's website where the Pope disclosed that he or his office was somehow involved with ensuring that the President of the United States and the President of North Korea have these talks that they had earlier today. So there's nothing wrong with that.
You mentioned the word hex.
Yeah, so there you see the late George Grant and so on. So that was on June 30th, 2029. She knew very well about speaking to the Grenadian people on issues then, innit? They knew that they should have government then, the new National Party government, they knew that the new National Party government should have been speaking to the Grenadian people on oil and gas. Are they telling you what's going on with the oil and gas right now? They called a meeting the last time to say that they had nothing to say. Are they telling you what's going on with oil and gas right now? We had to find out what's going on with the oil and gas in Nigerian newspapers. That is how we find out what's going on with the oil and gas in Nigerian newspapers. We had to find out what's going on with Grenada's oil and gas in Trinidadian newspapers. While the same individual who was speaking there, who seeks to become, and I don't know how anybody in the tongue of St. George could take their good self and say they're going and vote for that individual. I don't know how all you could do that. How all you could take all your functioning brain and say all you're going and get up, burn calories, walk to a polling station, and take your good hand that Papa God give you and place a vote next to that individual name. Something had to be mentally wrong with you. Just head up Mom Gay one time. Serious. Because something had to be wrong with you if you go take your good self and go and vote for that individual. They knew all the answers during that period of time. That government ain't speaking on marketing board. And so what is government telling you about marketing board right now? They come, they shut down the entity called marketing board. They have the place down in Grenada. They open. There's a 1 or 2 things in it. And I think they have the one in town open. There's a 1 or 2 things in it. But you know, they close down marketing board, they retrench the staff, all of that take place. Are you hearing from this government when the new marketing board is coming? What is the last time you hear something significant that says, this is the date, marketing board is starting then, this is what taking place and so on? They that go and close it down in the marketing board didn't close down itself. But she knew then that government should be saying something in relation to marketing board. Imagine you have a case going on, you have things taking place, which means that there are things legally that you cannot come out and say. You have to wait until the end of that process before you say anything. And she knew that there were various legal parameters that the government at the time could not speak, because out of everybody, she's supposed to be a lawyer. So she knew that the government could not speak on certain things. But there she was. There's no legal block to speaking and saying what is taking place with the Marketing and National Importing Board. Well, what used to be the Marketing and National Importing Board right now, because that has been wound up. Yeah, started by Maurice Bishop, closed by Deacon Mitchell. That has been stopped. She knew all of that you had to speak on these things, and where the church is, and where is civil society to speak on different issues. And she's sitting in the cabinet with people that have nothing to say to us. Have nothing to say to them. What would you say if people are have nothing to say to them? Remember, when the present Prime Minister had just come in, he was talking about how he engaged with the media and them kind of thing. Don't take my word for it. This was him when he just come in.
Inspired your team. You inspired Grenadians. What do you think was responsible for this inspiration?
The fact that we are authentic. We are not acting. We're not faking. We're not playing. I am what I am. You know, I am who I am. You know, I tell you where I come from. I tell you what I've done. I tell you what we want to do as citizens together. And I subject myself to the press. I subject myself to taking questions from citizens, to answering, to going to see them in their homes, in the streets, in the villages.
Doing that, where you select only certain people to ask you questions, only certain questions, doing that where you set up platforms that when people try to ask a question or for that, you have press secretary and them jumping in and saying, no, that is not what the thing is about, you can ask questions on that. Having these NDC meetings around the island talking about town hall. That is not town hall. That is NDC meetings. People come there wearing their NDC paraphernalia. And they are encouraged to do that by people sitting within the cabinet and the executive of the NDC. So people who have real serious questions in relation to national issues, they don't go to these excuse for a town hall meeting that you all have out there. But these were the people that came to you before election. They knew that it was important for you to have information. They knew. They just decided to start having post-cabinet press briefings again. They knew the importance of telling you these things, what is going on in the country, how things taking place and all of that. They knew a lot of things, you know. They knew a lot of things.
NDC therefore demands that there must be substantial changes to the CBI law now.
And folks, remember, the person speaking there is now the Attorney General of Grenada. She's been the Attorney General for about 43 months. She has been the Attorney General of Grenada. She has made absolutely not one move to implement anything that you hear her speaking about right now. If all your tongue people bounce all your head and all you go in and vote for this individual, something wrong with all you. Yeah?
Must include 1, making it a criminal offense punishable by long jail time to sell diplomatic passports. 2, making it mandatory for the names, addresses, and countries of origins of all persons applying for and obtaining CBI status to be published.
And folks, none of that has been done. She's the Attorney General and the Minister of Legal Affairs. All it takes is one phone call or even a message to the legal drafting unit of the Ministry of Legal Affairs to have those things placed into draft legislation that could then be run by the different stakeholders in relation to that issue and then brought to the Parliament. She has done no such thing. The same way that the sex offenders bill still sit down on that individual. This one here, the sex offenders registry still sit down on her desk to this day. 43 months later, it's sitting on her desk. She has found time to lose case after case after case, going after different people and organizations. Case after case, lose. One after the other, and more to come. Let me just tell you all, more to come. Yeah? Let's hear what she had to say again.
3, making it illegal for government officials to invest in CBI-approved project. This is a clear conflict of interest. 4, requiring stringent due diligence that is not influenced by government officials.
That is not influenced by government officials. The Prime Minister in which cabinet she sits, he is a CBI agent. The Minister of Finance in the same cabinet that she sits is a CBI agent. She sat there while they made a operational CBI agent, in other words, a person who is operating in CBI still, who holds the portfolio of Treasurer of the National Democratic Congress, Miss Andrea St. Bernard, who is also the chairperson of the board, I believe, of the Grenada Development Bank, was made a diplomat. And from what we are hearing, the allegation is that she's spending the majority of her time out there not representing the interests of Grenada, but representing her own private interests as a CBI agent. That is what we have been hearing. Because up to now, we can't see nothing that her appointment has brought back to the benefit of you, me, or any of us here in Grenada.
Moving some of the powers of the minister into the hands of an independent, qualified body.
And imagine you want to move some of the powers of the minister. Now the Prime Minister has powers as the minister in charge of overall of the Home Office and so on. He's a CBI agent, yet still he signs the citizenship of the individual so that they can get their passports under CBI. Direct conflict of interest. The Minister of Finance, who is a CBI agent, he has a company that is participating in the CBI program. And while that is so, he's also the Minister of Finance who provides concessions to the developers under CBI, whom are the ones selling passports that they may use his company for. Tell me if that is not corruption and if that is not conflict of interest staring you in the face. But the individual who making these statements here, being the minister who can make those changes that she recommended all the time back there, has done nothing. And all you in tongue, go tell me, all you go take all your good finger and stain it on Papa God Day to go and put a vote for that individual. Something had to wrong with, not wrong, something had to wrong with all you. And if you decide that you're going and vote for anything but the NNP, you're voting for her. Let me say it straight. If you go in and vote for anything other than the New National Party, you are voting for her. You're not voting to help anybody else get in office. If you vote for anything other than the New National Party on election day, whenever Papa God decide that day go be. When that day comes, and you go and you take your head, and you decide, I'm not voting for NNP, but I'm voting for this person. I ain't voting for Claudette, but you're voting for Claudette. If you sit down home and you don't vote, you're voting for Claudette. Your hand mightn't be staying, you mightn't have gone in the polling station, but you voted for Claudette. And you voted for Deacon Mitchell to remain the Prime Minister of this country, and keep us in this state that we are in right now. We're down to the road, crew and the groundsmen can't get the money. And Grenlec passing and cut off the electricity. They had to be out there asking somebody for a 200 borrow and a 300 borrow. Because Grenlec passed and cut off the electricity. Not because they bad pay. Because the government owed them and refused to pay. Up to now, 6 weeks, the groundsmen can't get the money. Nurses still can't get the money. Police still can't get the money. Yeah? The patching crew still can't get their full money. And there are several other categories. Teachers. Several other categories of people that cannot get the money. All they're getting are excuses. Yeah? In fact, watch, I think I'm done with you. I'm moving from my screen. Yeah, you deserve to be on my screen that long. Nah, go your way. Move. Yeah. Come on there. Something had to be wrong with all you to go and give a vote. I can't see myself ever getting up on an election day to vote for an individual like that. Can't see it. No way. Can't happen. And while people don't get the money,
too much.
Just remember, while people ain't getting the money,
empty treasury. We in the NDC, we have the exposure. We have had the exposure. Good, and we know what to do to find money to look after the needs of our people. And as I have the mic, let me say.
All you in the crowd there, I hope all you remind him when all you see him what you say. Remind him. Right. Because some of you the ones not getting paid, but some of you shame to come out and say all you not getting paid. All you shame.
As we go around the country and we speak to our people, that's a topic that they always say to us, we go pay salary late and we don't know how to run a country. Tell them that we say we know how to run a country, and tell them that we wouldn't pay salary late. All right? Tell them that affirmatively. We're not going to pay salary late, and we know how to run a country. We don't know how to run a country. Tell them that we say we know how to run a country, and tell them that we wouldn't pay salary late. All right? Tell them that affirmatively to run a country. Tell them that we say we know how to run a country, and tell them that...
For that lie alone, the people of St. Andrews, Southwest, need to give you your walking papers. For that lie alone, if nothing else, the people of St. Andrews, we have a lot other they could give you the walking papers for. And we go be getting to that door, we ain't forget you. We coming to you. Yeah? We coming to you. No, I don't think we forget you. Yeah? But for that alone, the people of St. Andrews Southwest need to give him you walking papers. For that lie. Yeah? Because we know it is a lie. Because they have not been able to properly manage. We are seeing the situation that Grenadians have been finding themselves in now. Yeah? Folks, 14734407377. So we have 10 minutes remaining. I'm going to take your calls. If you call within the 10 minutes, we are finishing at exactly 10 o'clock tonight. Here we started with the thing exactly at 8. Well, we started a little bit before, but we started exactly at 8. We're ending exactly at 10. Oh, let's see, you are sweating. All you feel it easy to be under them lights and them here? Yeah. Lie. One after the other. Just lie. Watch. I could play a lie for the watch. I could just come on and play one lie after the other whole night, you know. That these people have given. Yeah? One after the other. Could just play it and let people hear what it is these people been lying and saying. They knew everything. I want to hear what did they have to say about oil and gas before? This is you want in tongue there?
This discussion on oil and gas.
We'll come back to that. Let's take this call. Hello, good night.
Good night, sir.
Hey, how you doing, sir?
Good.
Wonderful.
I want to ask a question. How far does Talking Point reach in Grenada, your listening audience? Because I have a suggestion,
that you should make up some clips during campaign season. Not long clips, just some short clips. For example, where the one where he said in Guave that only yellow people should get help. The one where he lied recently saying that we are paying down the debt. Are you there?
Yeah, that we're paying the debt. Yeah, I'm here. I'm listening.
Yeah, we're paying not long clips, just and the one you just played there now where we wouldn't lie, we are paying down. We won't pay late, because I think not everybody on the ground, because I just came back from 7 weeks on there. Not everybody on the ground knows about all these things, or hear all these things. So, for example, when the campaign really hit the ground running, and in every constituency, the candidates have little clips to play to show them that we are not lying on them. That is what they said. Because I remember the guy from St. Patrick's East, the finance minister, where he said people building land and building houses on other people's land, and people getting money, and they're not paying the workers. All these little clips, if you play these clips in the grassroots areas, I think that will bring to light to them, because the people in Grenada, unfortunately, I think they are complacent and they are laid back. So they don't see all what you are saying. I think the people in the diaspora know and hear more what's happening in Grenada than the people in Grenada. So that's my suggestion. I think that will help us. Very good. Good night, sir.
All right, thank you very much. Yes, indeed, folks. And as I said, the phone lines are open for a little bit again. You can call. And Remember, the Prime Minister was saying indeed that we have avoided. I'm looking for the clip with that. Where the Prime Minister said that we did not have to stop paying the debt and so on. I'll get it. I'll find it. We have a caller online. Hello, good night.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, bro.
Hey.
You good, man?
I good. How are you?
I'm more than good. I great. You go right ahead, man. You're live.
Yeah, well, we have completed another 5 candidates this evening. So, by and large, we are ready for the next election, which I hope is going to happen this year, so we could get these guys out of the office quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Yeah, time for them go.
And get on to the business of restoring our country. The desperation of the NDC now has taken on a different tone, but no amount of attacks on the various social platforms are going to make them electable come election day. And the people of Grenada has to realize that what the new National Party is aiming to do is, again, rescue Grenada from the doldrums of the NDC's vandalism. NNP has a very good track record of rescuing Grenada. It started in 1984 when NNP restored the democracy or the democratic process of our country. It came back again in 1995 when we rescued Grenada from the doldrums and the pits of the Millibog infestation. It came back again in 2004 when NNP rebuilt Grenada following the devastation of Hurricane Ivan and the next year of Hurricane Emily. We did it again after the first batch of NDC came through, and we are going to do it again next election. And Grenadians must realize that the NDC has no plans. I don't care what you say. I don't care if you support them. No plans for the continued development of our country. And we have to make up our minds right now as Grenadians that we are going to go to the polls. We are going to vote in one voice, NNP. Forget about all the other pressure groups that are sprouting up and stuff like that.
You see what they did? You see what they caused in Barbados last night in several seats, huh? They caused the incumbent to remain by drawing votes away from the opposition. Because in most cases, it was people that had left the DLP, the opposition party, formed their own small groupings with 4 or 5 candidates and so. And in those 4 or 5 seats they went, they were able to draw votes away from the DLP, because you could have had a situation in Barbados right now of, let's say, a 25-5 or even a 27-3 or so.
That's right.
But because of these smaller parties that ran, they pull votes away and put back the situation with the 30-0.
Yeah, the splinters, those who are more interested in getting the name as a leader, are in charge, instead of understanding that our country is much more significant than any one man's political ambition. And so the splintering is going to happen, but I want us Grenadians to realize that life has always been better with an NNP government. You could like it, you could don't like it, it's the truth, and there are facts to show it. Life, NDC says they live better when NNP is in office.
They tell you that?
Right?
Yeah,
so we are getting ready now for the fight of the life of Grenada, to wrestle Grenada from the hands of these vandals who have been vandalizing our country. What they can't thief, they're destroying. And I want us to remember this. The NDC has never had any proper plans for the development of Grenada. If you look at the history of the NDC, they have never come to office with a proper plan for the development of Grenada. And these bunch of NDC people, they are the worst of the whole bunch. And it's time we get them out. My brother, as always, you know where I'm at?
Don't worry, you might see me over the weekend.
Well, you know how to walk with.
Yeah, man.
All right,
my brother. Thank you. Yes, indeed, folks. That's my good friend, AC Major Alan Campbell. Yes? Nice. Yeah, that's my good brethren there. And, folks, let me just run this one quickly by you, because you all remember, say I finish in 10, I can't finish 10. I have to take 2 minutes additional. And then I think I'll replay at the end of tonight's program. For those that may have come in late, I will replay the launch of the 5 candidates. I will replay it at the end of tonight's program again, for those of you that may have missed it earlier. All right? So let me just play this one quickly for you all here. Yeah.
The Caribbean is seeing a lot of disruption. How are you prioritizing the sectors here?
Sure, thank you. Well, I should point out, I think most of the Caribbean have long gone beyond the aid model of development. To a large extent, we are all middle-income countries. I'll give an example. USAID was cancelled, and in my country there wasn't a single program that was impacted.
I just remember that he said that, that there's not a single program impacted by USAID being cancelled in Grenada. Just remember he said that.
In the country there wasn't a single program that was impacted, because there's just no USAID to us. So we've sort of long gone beyond that, and have taken, in a sense, non-traditional ways of attracting foreign direct investment. So, for example, in Grenada, our financial services are not as strong or robust as the BVI, but we have an investment migration program that has, in the last 10 years, contributed significantly to both direct government revenues as well as foreign direct investment that has allowed us to actually weather some pretty significant shocks, both in terms of economic shocks as well as climate shocks. For example, last year and COVID. So, for example, last year we would have had a pretty devastating Category 4 hurricane very early in the hurricane season. That allowed us to withstand that shock, engage in significant rebuilding without having in any way to suspend our debt payments.
Without having to suspend our debt payments, just remember.
In significant rebuilding without having in any way to suspend our debt payments or allowed us to withstand that shock, engage in significant rebuilding without having in any way to suspend our debt payments.
Okay, without in any way having to suspend our debt payments. Mr. Prime Minister, we know you just lie, eh? But when you're lying like that, and we'll come for person on the phone, you got to hold on, you know. Yeah, so I'm sorry about that, but yeah. Yeah, let me hear what you was. We did not suspend no debt payments, eh? All right, okay, all right, okay. Yeah.
Section 9 of the Fiscal Resilience Act allows the minister, by order subject to negative resolution, to suspend the public debt target and primary balance rule under Section 8 at any time during a fiscal year in the event of a major economic shock resulting from a disaster. This can be triggered by a natural hazard declared by an authorized national, regional, or international agency or any other disaster declared pursuant to Section 55 of the Disaster Management Act of 2023. Finance Minister Cornwall explained that this suspension will provide the government with greater flexibility to incur debt for
suspension. No, according to the Prime Minister, we are no suspension. So, Mr. Cornwall, we're talking about can be debt suspension. The Prime Minister just went on an international forum. We know you can't go to some of them, but he just went on an international forum and said that no debt suspension. Can be that you're talking about. Let me hear.
Necessary recovery efforts.
At present, we have the central government debt to GDP ratio of 60.4%, the public debt to GDP of 75.1%. And when I refer to public debt, it includes central government debt as well as debt from our statutory bodies. Government policy is to prioritize grants and concession debt financing. In other words, we have committed ourselves to borrow monies if need be at concessional terms for the most part at this point in time. Currently, under the Fiscal Resilience Act, we have a primary balance target of 1.5% of GDP. We are hoping to be able at least to take on board all the expenses that are needed to replace the assets that were damaged on Grenada as a result of the storm, so we can basically use that facility to spend up to the limit or beyond if needs be.
While Cornwall could not specify exactly when the suspension would commence or how long it will last, he emphasized that discussions are...
By the way, this is from since the year before and it's still in place. The debt suspension, yeah? And the suspension of the fiscal rules, including debt suspension.
Ongoing to determine the best course of action.
So we have had extensive dialogue and discussion at cabinet level yesterday, and we have, based on the submission, we have certain things to still fine-tune and clean up. Certainly after that, we should be able to at least take that position next Monday and be able to at least inform the general public on the way forward.
The Fiscal Resilience Act came into effect on January 1, replacing the Fiscal Responsibility Act of 2015. It mandates that the government maintain a primary balance of at least 1.5% of its...
Yeah, GBN News, thank you very much for that particular one. Eh? Yeah, thank you for that one. Yeah, you know what? Let me just find one thing there. I see somebody trying to call, but we will get to you in a while. Yeah, we will get to you in a while. Yeah, we will get to you in a while. Yeah, he said that USAID was not affected, isn't it? Yeah, he said USAID wasn't affected. Let me hear.
States is the largest global provider of humanitarian aid, with Grenada receiving substantial support through the United States Agency for International Development, USAID. As a result, Grenada is expected to feel the impact of U.S. President Donald Trump's executive order issued on January 20th, which suspends billions of dollars in aid managed by the U.S. State Department, USAID, and the President's Emergency Plan for AIDS Relief. This suspension is set to affect thousands of programs worldwide, jeopardizing the health, safety, and livelihoods of millions. During a press briefing on Wednesday, Finance Minister Dennis Cornwall stated that this suspension will ultimately affect Grenada's fiscal outlook for 2020.
No, but the Prime Minister said that it affect us. That it affect no programs and things. Yeah, Mr. Cornwall. You have to check with your Prime Minister before you go out and talk, eh? Yeah, because all your story ain't going in the same direction.
5.
USAID usually gave grants to countries around the world, including Grenada. If the US has taken a decision to basically cut off that facilities, yes, it would affect some of the projects that would be funded by that. Again,
not according to the Prime Minister when he went in that forum out there and talked.
I am not at this stage able to tell you how much of our projects will be affected by that. But most of the projects that we used to get funding from USAID were small grants to take care of certain things and so on. So yes, it would impact, but not significantly.
In July last year, following the passage of Hurricane Beryl, the U.S. government, through USAID, pledged $1 million in immediate humanitarian aid to support.
Also, the $1 million that they pledge, it ain't affect us. The U.S. pledged $1 million through USAID to Grenada after the passage of Beryl. Up to now, this government cannot tell us if they collected that 1 million or they didn't collect it. Because if they didn't collect it, it gone. So to go on an international forum and say that how it ain't affecting Grenada and so on, when they close down USAID, it ain't really affect Grenada, is a lie. And we try to understand, why would you go and lie with something that is so easily verifiable? Let me find out from the minister if they get the money from USAID. Let me find out.
With relief efforts in Grenada. The funds were intended to provide crucial support to those most affected by the disaster, assisting with emergency response efforts, including logistics, clean water, shelter, and cash assistance. When asked,
all of that is the nothing the Prime Minister is claiming. And all that the reporter there just mentioned is the nothing that the Prime Minister mentioning in relation to USAID and Grenada.
Whether Grenada had received the $1 million, the finance minister expressed uncertainty.
We don't want to say yes at this moment because, again, I know we got funding from them in the early stages and so on. I'm not sure it's up to the $1 million, but I think we would have gotten some funding.
But again, according to the Prime Minister, there wasn't funding anything here. USAID had nothing to do with it here.
From them. I can't confirm it's $1 million or not. I would have to get my accountant general to confirm the figures that we got.
Upon taking office, President Trump quickly halted all but the most urgent.
Up to now, we have not heard back anything in relation to that funding and USAID and so on. If all you're lying, try to lie in a way that people can prove all you're lying now. Try and prove it now. I mean, come on, seriously. All you telling me, all you go take all your good self and go and sit down and give a vote to these kind of people? And they call in the election and just now. They call in the election just now. They come in, they're already knocking some all your door, and they come in to knock the rest of ours just now. But we know they're already knocking some people door. These are the people that come in. They come in. Yeah? So be prepared. Be prepared, my friends. Be prepared. All right? So, folks, it is after 10 o'clock. I know some folks, they need to go and sleep. And so, yeah, they had a very hot day today. So, we're going to close it off now. But as I close off, we will be playing for you a repeat of what we played at the beginning of the program. That is the launch of the next 5 candidates. Going to play that for you now as we close off the program. And folks, in whatever you say and do it safe and secure. I want to be speaking to and with you, and definitely not about you. Love you all. I will be on tomorrow night, God's willing. Yeah, I want to go in Saraka, but I know. Yeah, so I will be on tomorrow night with more talking points for you. Those of you that have your donations, please just remember. The caller asked how many people are hearing the program. That's what we're trying to expand. There are certain things that we must do to be able to expand the program. Yeah? So we need your support to expand the program. Even if it's at $20 you could give. Even if it's at $10 you could give. You have the online platform and you know how to do it otherwise, because we need to expand the program even more. I see certain things the other side doing and it has to be countered. You all are the ones. I not to go and explain all of that here, but you know, right? But we have to do what we have to do to be able to protect and save our country out of the situation that it is in right now. Pay attention to what happened last night and be careful that some of what took place in Barbados yesterday does not take place here as well. The price of freedom is eternal vigilance. Folks, that's all the time we have for tonight. It's been wonderful being here with you.
Everything's there in prosperity book of life. Make your mark, Jamaica roll a call. Hello! Roll call, roll call, roll call.
Grenada, Carriacou, Petit Martinique, and of course those of you in the diaspora. We are back at the NNP headquarters as our evolution continues. Last week, we introduced to you the first 9. Today, we present another 5 leaders ready to bridge the gap between our heritage and our future. These are individuals who don't just talk about change. They have lived it in the halls of justice, the boardrooms of finance, and the heart of our cultural celebrations. Before I introduce them to you, we obviously have to offer prayers to the Almighty. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this moment and for the people gathered here in love for country. As we unveil these candidates, we ask for your wisdom, courage, and humility to rest upon each one. Purify our intentions, strengthen our character, and guide our words and actions so they serve the people, not self. Bless the new national party with unity, discipline, and clarity of purpose. Keep us respectful in debate, steady under pressure, and compassionate to every family across Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. Protect our communities, bless our elders and youth, and grant peace and progress to our nation. Amen. Our first candidate today is a man whose journey began in the heart of Guelph, in St. John. From starting a youth organization in his hometown to becoming a telecommunications powerhouse, he is a true son of the soil with a global perspective. He founded Grenada Cablevision and WeFM, bringing his expertise all the way from Calgary in Canada back home to serve. A veteran of the NNP team, former Member of Parliament for St. John, and a former Minister of the government. Please welcome Alvin Dabrio.
My name is Alvin Dabrio, as Ms. Wells just said. I was born and raised in the heart of Guelph, also known as the Lance. I'm a proud son of St. John, rooted in the same values of hard work and community that define our parish. From my early school years at St. John's RC and Presentation College, to after graduation, I owned and operated a photo studio in Guelph, and that was due to my desire to serve and uplift our people. I began my journey of service by starting the Joint Organization for Youth in St. John, also known as Joy Club, because I have always believed that our future depends on the opportunities we create for the next generation. My path eventually took me to Canada for further studies, where I sharpened my expertise in technology and business. After successfully owning and operating Comtech Communications in Calgary, Canada, I returned to Grenada, my home, with a vision to modernize our nation's connection to the world. I'm proud to have started Grenada Cablevision and WeFM Radio, ensuring that our voices are heard and our stories are told. I continue to stand with the new National Party because I believe in stability without stagnation. Having served as a Member of Parliament for St. John and held various ministerial portfolios, I understand exactly what it takes to manage complex national solutions while keeping the needs of the local fisherman, farmer, and business owner at the forefront. As your candidate for St. John, I'm asking us to continue our work together. Let us build a future for St. John that is bold and resilient as the people that live here. Thank you.
We move now to St. Andrew Southwest to meet a powerhouse of youth leadership. She is the first youth MP for St. Andrew Southeast, securing a historic 92% of the vote, and currently serves as the NNP National Youth Arm President. An entrepreneur and novelist who balances business with deep community heart. Please welcome Amanda Japal George.
From my early days in the Girl Guides to being your voice in Parliament, my life has been defined by the motto, enter to learn, go forth to serve. I've seen the struggles of our families across St. Andrews, and that is why my work, whether through business or the Better Future Together initiative, has always been about people and creating real opportunities where they are needed most. I stand firmly with the new National Party because this is the only party with the historical depth and the proven vision to take Grenada to the next level while maintaining national stability. The NNP has a legacy of building the schools, the infrastructure, and the social safety nets that we rely on today. Under our current leadership, we are not just honoring that history. We are building upon it to ensure that every young Grenadian has a seat at the table and a future that we can believe in. In St. Andrew Southwest, my mission is to bridge the gap between our rich agricultural heritage and the new opportunities in business and education. Having lived and worked among you, I understand what our constituency needs. By standing with the NNP, I am fighting for a future where the resources of the Spice Parish are harnessed to empower every household, ensuring that our community remains a vibrant hub of national development and youth-led innovation. Thank you.
From the legal frontline, we welcome a Renaissance man who has served as Solicitor General of Grenada and Attorney General in Anguilla. A seasoned attorney with over 20 years of experience in governance and a passionate advocate on the opposition benches. Please welcome the candidate for St. George Southeast, Senator Dwight Hosford.
I am a son of a taxi driver and a career civil servant, raised with the values of humility, discipline, commitment, and a deep and abiding love for this country. This little island, this tri-island state of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique, which we call home. My career has taken me across the Caribbean, serving as Solicitor General here in Grenada, and later as Attorney General in Anguilla. But my heart has always remained focused on how I can serve, how I can better serve the common man and protect the integrity of this nation. Today I stand with the new National Party, because throughout our history, the party has been the steady hand that guides Grenada through turbulent waters with wisdom and experience. We are not a party of empty promises. We don't abandon people. We are a party of seasoned leadership and documented achievement. And I am honored to continue to contribute my expertise, my time, and my life to the service of this country with a team that respects our past while passionately fighting to secure a just and prosperous and stable future for all Grenadians. Representing the diverse and growing communities of the constituency of St. George Southeast, I am focused on balanced development that addresses our expansion and the needs of our residential communities. St. George Southeast is no ordinary constituency. It has been at the forefront of historic national change and development. This constituency is a gateway to our capital city, St. George's. And it requires leadership, a leadership that can navigate complex issues of housing, environmental resilience, and public service efficiency. I am proud and humbled to offer myself to the good people of St. George Southeast, where I have deep and extended family relations. But this is not about self. This is a call to service. This is about people. This is about our country. My commitment is to advocate for transparent governance and sustainable projects to improve the daily quality of life of every resident. And from the historic heart of our parish to the newest developments. My friends, with great humility, I humbly offer myself to serve the people of St. George Southeast. Let's carry Grenada forward together. Thank you.
We turn now to a leader who believes that compassion must be our compass. A proud daughter of St. Mark, she's a medical doctor and public health expert who stood on the front lines as a technical lead during our national COVID-19 response. From the wards of the General Hospital to her current role as Assistant Dean at SGU, she has dedicated her life to healing and educating our people. A senator who stands at the nexus of medicine and policy, please welcome to the candidate for St. Mark, Dr. Mayana Charles.
Today, I stand before you with a heart full of humility and a deep gratitude for the opportunity to represent you, my brothers and sisters of St. Mark's. This moment is not about me. It is about the practical solutions we can measure in our homes and communities years from today and be proud of. From this podium, I firmly convey that this is not about holding a title or occupying a seat. That era is over. The people need more. Today, And going forward, I bring my professional expertise as a medical doctor and educator, love for Grenada, and the energy and ideas of this generation to serve that very purpose. I must say, I am very proud to stand with the new National Party, an organization that shares my commitment to both stability and care. And as your candidate for St. Mark, my mission is to bring a spirit of service above anything else to governance and use my experience in medicine and public service to ensure that every resident in our parish has a future that they can believe in. And I say this to you, I will listen, I will show up, and I will speak up, especially for those who feel unheard. I will advocate for better access to healthcare, better infrastructure, stronger support for our families, and real opportunities for our young people to navigate a better future. So let us move forward with shared purpose and unity. And I eagerly await positive engagement from every Grenadian patriot wherever you are. God bless you all.
Our next candidate is a man who believes life is about people, a top cultural practitioner and a master financial advisor with 35 years of experience in the insurance sector. He brings a legacy of service as a son of the legendary Winston White. For St. Patrick East, please welcome Robert White.
My fellow Grenadians, for 35 years, I have sat in your living rooms and walked through your communities as a financial advisor. And that experience has taught me an undeniable truth. Life is about people. Leadership is about trust. Beyond the world of finance, many of you know me through our shared heritage and the arts as a cultural practitioner and a member of Heritage Theatre Company. I have spent my life telling our stories and celebrating the soul of our nation. I've spent my career protecting the interests of families and celebrating our rich culture. And I bring that same spirit of guardianship to the political stage because I believe you deserve a representative who truly listens. Someone who understands both your economic and your cultural identity. I am proud to stand with the NNP, a party that mirrors my own commitment to the people and carries a rich legacy of service that my father, Winston White, helped pioneer for this nation. We are a party that just doesn't talk about progress. We have a history of delivering it. And I'm fully committed to working to ensure that our national development always remain aligned with the genuine needs and hearts of our citizens. St. Patrick's East is a cornerstone of our nation's heritage and potential, and I am dedicated to ensuring that national growth directly benefits the people who live and work here. From our local communities to our historic landmarks, we must balance economic progress with the preservation of our unique culture and the safety of our nations. As someone who has led organizations like the Cameron Folk Festival Committee, the Rotary Club of Grenada East, and others, I am standing to ensure that our constituency remains a premier destination for investment, while securing a fair share of that prosperity for our youth as well as our seniors. Continuing the NNP's history for transforming our parish into a beacon of national pride. And so I offer myself with humility to be your representative for St. Patrick's East. Thank you.
These five, joined by our previously announced team, represents the standard of excellence the new National Party demands.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming a leader whose life's work is a testament to service, faith, and visionary leadership. From her early days as a journalist and educator to her historic rise as the political leader of the new National Party and leader of the opposition, Honorable Emmeline Pear has remained a steadfast champion of the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. She has spent over 2 decades in the trenches of frontline politics, serving with distinction as a multi-termed member of parliament and a cabinet minister in key portfolios, including education and youth. But her leadership extends beyond the halls of government. She is also a minister of the gospel who holds a master's in leadership and innovation and is currently pursuing her doctorate. She stands here today not just as a veteran stateswoman, but as a bridge between the party's experience and its new direction. She brings a rare combination of deep institutional knowledge and a modern, consultative, people-focused mindset. Please welcome the woman leading our team, our nation forward, Honorable Emmeline Pear.
My fellow Grenadians, brothers and sisters of Carriacou and Petite Martinique, we told you to stay tuned, and here we are. If the first 9 candidates were the spark, these next 5 are the fuel that will power the engine of Grenada's resurgence. While many capable and patriotic Grenadians step forward, each offering valuable talents that we will undoubtedly call upon as we rebuild, we have meticulously selected this team to ensure the perfect balance of renewal and expertise. Just days ago, we presented the first 9 pillars of this vision. Nolene Thompson, Kate Lewis-Peters, Nimrod Oliver, Dr. Adrian Joseph, Troy Noel, Nolan Cox, Christopher Diali Jr., and Jelani Glean. These stars set the standard, but we promised you more stars, and when we promise, we definitely deliver. The next set of candidates continue to present a picture of a government in waiting. Alvin Dabrio is a trailblazer of our telecommunications and media industries, bringing the technical foresight required to keep our nation connected and competitive. As an engineer and an entrepreneur who built local institutions from the ground up, he offers a level of practical expertise that ensures our infrastructure is built for the future. Alvin stands as a resolute guardian for St. John, dedicated to ensuring that the voices of the people are given the dignity they deserve. Amanda Japal George, a titan of youth leadership and enterprise. She is a specialist in trade and policy, ready to tackle the complexities of our customs and parliamentary systems from her first hour in office. Amanda understands that for our youth to thrive, We need more than social media posts. We need sustainable, high-paying career paths and business training that she has championed throughout her career. She is dedicated to ensuring that St. Andrew Southwest is never again ignored by the selective silence of the current administration. Senator Dwight Horsford is a veteran legal professional who brings the high-level expertise needed to turn our governance and justice system into a powerhouse. Brothers and sisters, I say to you today, he's a specialist in constitutional law and regional policy, ready to tackle the complexities of our national security and legislative reform. Horst adds immense strength to a promise of seasoned, world-class leadership that can stand on any stage. He's a steadfast advocate for St. George Southeast, focused on delivering a higher level tier of accountability and tangible results for every citizen. Dr. Mayana Charles is a compassionate architect of health reform, wielding the medical expertise and public health vision to transform how we care for our citizens. Having led on the front line of our national health crisis, she brings a solution-driven focus to the Senate and the classroom alike. Mayana is a proud daughter of St. Mark, committed to ensuring that the North receives the world-class care and attention that it truly deserves. Brother Robert White is a leader whose heart from the community and record in cultural preservation ensures that our social safety nets and national identity remain as true lifelines for our people. He is a cornerstone of the financial services sector who understands that for our families to thrive, we need the financial security and heritage protection that he has spent 35 years building. Robert stands as a fierce protector of your interests, dedicated to ensuring that the people of St. Patrick East are no longer sidelined, but are empowered, and that the true heartbeat of our nation can indeed be our future. The NNP is presenting more than just candidates. We are presenting a national management team. We have the know-how to stabilize the economy when the world gets rocky. And we have the new energy to innovate when the world moves forward. They have 4, we have 14. They have excuses, we have the blueprint. They have learning curves, we have the track record in the new National Party. We are not here to practice on you. We are not here to experiment with your children's future. We are here to work for the people. We are here to serve the people of this country. This is your future. This is the new National Party, fully loaded, fully prepared, and fully committed to you, the people of this country. We are ready to govern. We are ready to work. Let's get back to the business of building Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. May God bless all of our people. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us for this second milestone. We are now 14 strong, one more to go. We are the new National Party focused on people, grounded in experience, and ready to work for you. Stay safe, stay informed. Let's build a stronger Grenada together. God bless.